Sarah Connor and Nada from They Live are basically the same character. And this is why perspective matters. I am a sold and produced screenwriter and Hollywood's best story analyst 10 years in a row. And it's really interesting when you find two movies that are basically told from the opposite points of view. So Roddy's character, Nada, in They Live, is this kind of a drifter who shows up in LA and he's got his backpack and his bedroll on his, on his backpack. And he's trying to find work and nobody wants to hire him with the subtext being that he's maybe from, Vietnam, that he's, hasn't found his place again in society. And he finds this nice guy who helps him out and who becomes his one ally. So Sarah, on the other hand, is very involved in society. She is a participant. And when she gets sucked out by the Terminator who comes to save her, so that she doesn't get killed in the first one, doesn't get killed by Arnold, and the second one where Arnold comes to save her. It's two sides of the same coin. So one is told from the masculine perspective and one is told from the feminine perspective. So in They Live, we follow him as he discovers this alien plot, even though aliens and Terminators aren't exactly the same thing. You can argue one is a creature and one is a machine. Okay, fine. I'm talking about the sort of mental aspects of these very similar kinds of movies. So his point of view is I'm a tough guy. I'm gonna kick everybody's ass into seeing the truth. And he shows up and he says I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum and I'm all out of bubblegum, right? So that's like his point of view. Where Sarah is afraid through most of the movie, through most of Terminator 1, she's afraid, and up until she realizes that the Terminators come to help her, is really like where she needs to be, and she gets her sort of mind around it, and then she becomes a hero in her own right. Similar trajectories, right? Only when we follow Sarah's point of view, it's a very feminine perspective, and we follow Nada's point of view, and it's a very masculine perspective. And how they tackle things, how they tackle the challenges of trying to get people to believe them, are very female and male coded. So with Nada, he's punching his way through to get to people, where Sarah she is really trying her best as a mother and as a woman to have people believe her. And what she's saying is absolutely true. Nobody wants to believe her. They all think that she's full of it or that she's crazy, because it's really easy to dismiss a female and stick her in a mental institution because she's nuts. It's fascinating that you can have two very, very similar stories told very differently just based on perspective.